timing of this call that we're about to take couldn't be any better for me. A couple of minutes ago, we were talking about TV shows, and I told you guys that I'm giving up on Severance, right? But then I started a new show based on Abby's recommendation before we left for vacation, and I have fallen in love with Love on the Spectrum. It is the most adorable show I've ever seen in my life.
Oh my God, I love it. Like
It's so good.
It's such a good feel-good show. So if you've just finished 1923 or Severance or one of these beat-down shows, and you just need something that is going to make you giggle and kick your feet and just believe in love again, you need to watch it. But honestly, I really think one of my favorite parts of seeing this show is just seeing the families interact and getting inside people's homes and seeing how much love has come from their house that is now going to expand into finding their partners and stuff. It is precious.
Have you guys watched it at all?
I haven't. I just the clips that Abby played prior to us going on vacation, and then the clip from Kelly Clarkson when one of the prominent people from Love on the Spectrum got to meet Jack Black, which was just adorable.
One of the stars on the show is Connor, and he's from here, just outside of Atlanta, right? And you just can't help but fall in love with the dude. You really can't, because he's dating, and he gets very particular about who he wants to date.
Oh, this was the one about dating blondes, right?
Yes. And watching the family interact and walk him through that, it's just such a wholesome. Every now and then a show like this comes along that doesn't really have to be controversial at all. You could sit down and really enjoy it. It's just a great show. And I can't thank you enough for the recommendation. It's awesome.
Oh, I mean, it's all over social media. So if it wasn't me, you were going to find about it somewhere, because there are clips of Connor everywhere and Tanner, who was the guy who got to meet Jack Black on the Kelly Clarkson show. They're just really, really fun, joyful, and delightfully candid humans.
So we didn't reach out to her, but Connor's mom, Lise, called us up today. Hey, Lise.
Hey, good morning.
Good. Thanks for calling. I feel like I'm talking to a big old celebrity.
I know, I'm fangirling.
Right. Thank you for calling.
Well, the reason I called is it was like I think it was the Friday after the show dropped on Netflix. My friend texted me and she said, the Bert Show is literally talking about you and Connor right now. And it was just so real. I've lived in Metro Atlanta since like 2003, and my name is in your mouth is weird to me. Thank you.
No, that's so cool. And
thank you.
Yeah, the segment you're talking about is Connor has some amazing one-liners this season. I mean, I was just with my family in Tampa, and we were going back and forth using them as if they're like common catchphrases that people are using, like, if coppa feel I must, then coppa feel I shall. He's so funny.
But the punchline there is he didn't even know what it meant.
Yeah.
He doesn't even.
The interaction.
Like,
the interaction with all the family, walking him through these dates, and laughing with him, clearly not laughing at him, and helping him through these relationships is really beautiful. I can't imagine one person being upset or complaining about this show.
I know. And, people find their ways, but, we're not here for that. We're here for the love and the joy, and it's just an honor for us. This is Connor. This has been Connor his whole life, and it's just amazing that we got picked for the show and that we can share this journey. I personally, as his mom, I'm just blown away at his evolution, and it's just something I never thought we'd experience with him, and I don't know, it's just been great. But I just, being a local Metro Atlanta girl now for a long time, and just wanted to thank you guys for shouting out the show and sharing and turning people on to that.
Well,
Absolutely.
Lisa, I want to know from your all's perspective, because I think with exposure comes education, with education comes understanding, then with understanding comes empathy. And I'm sure for those people who may not have an autistic person in their life, to be able to see this show gives them a better understanding of what living with autism looks like.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is, and I took for granted as his mother, that, he's experiencing these feelings. Like, he has younger siblings who were dating and going out, and I was so focused on Connor's school, education, job. I'm his mom. I wasn't thinking about his love life. That he had all of these similar desires and just didn't have a way to come to me. This show kind of opened that up for us. But it's also very interesting. I think there's a lot of misconception that autistic people are rigid and not empathetic or not. There's just these lot of sort of stereotypes that I hope this show is busting up those myths and showing the autism community and all of its diversity and how beautiful and joyful and how much connection these individuals want.
There is some uneasiness, or there was some easiness for me watching this show, and I also love Bailin Out Loud, who has Tourette's, but she's just so incredibly funny. And I am not laughing at her, I am laughing with her, but there are some like mixed feelings that go along with it. Like, am I supposed to be laughing at that has anything to do with special needs?
So here's the thing. When I first saw the show, this is back in 2019, like the thumbnail on my Netflix, I was mad. I just saw the thumbnail. I thought, oh no, somebody at Netflix is getting a well-worded email. What are they doing? Is this like this making fun of people on the spectrum who want to be dating? I watched 5 minutes, and I really feel like they are showing the diversity and just the keeping their dignity intact, which was my biggest thing. And I think too, neurotypical people are funny and have a sense of humor. We're not laughing at Connor is funny. He has a sense of humor. He happens to be autistic and he is hysterical and he brings a lot of joy to our family. So Bert, I think because it's done so with such dignity and respect, I feel like enjoy the show. I'm his mom. No one's going to protect him more than me. And we're out there and I'm co-signing. Like, I think it's done in a beautiful way.
But if you guys aren't watching the show, you really should. It's, again, Love on the Spectrum on Netflix.
Did you have any hesitations at first about the amount of attention that Connor would get from this situation, or were you always kind of all in for it?
Yes, I was super. I mean, we kind of just thought it was a giggle as we were going through the screening process. We didn't ever dream we would get picked. And it was when they said the director wants to visit us, that's when we took a pause as a family, sat down with Connor, and we're like, okay, this is a global show. It's won an Emmy. I mean, we will be exposing us, as a family. And it was Connor's choice. And we said, if you want to stop now, this has been fun, like going through this process. But Connor was really excited. And we're like, we got your back, bro. We're going in all together. So here we are. But yes, I was scared. And some of the stuff I'm seeing now on some of the socials is hard. But, you know, people who know us as a family, you know, you gotta stay with who you are as a person and just kind of forget the rest.
Yeah. And I know autism can be a very isolating experience, but now he's out on a global stage and people around Atlanta or people around, the entire country know who Connor is. So have you seen this show positively impact his life outside of filming?
Absolutely, yes. Opportunities for him. But I also like the representation that Connor and Tanner and Danny and James and the whole cast is saying there is a platform and a space for individuals with disabilities. It doesn't even need to be autism. There's a place for them out here in talents and brands and deals and stuff that they were overlooked or they would get a neurotypical person to portray. No, these people are here for it. They are capable. And that is what, beyond Connor, I love that he is showing the world that like recognize these people can do the job and can get out there and show the world how wonderful it all can be.
Absolutely. Well, if you guys ever want to come in studio and hang out, take the pressure off of us. He's funnier than anybody in here, including myself. So if you guys want to come on in.
There's a bit of a G, yeah.
I'd love for you guys to come on in here and hang out if you want.
We'd love to. Absolutely.
I'd love it.
Oh, thanks for having me on. Thank you.
Thanks for calling in. Really appreciate it, Lise.
Yeah, have a good one.
You
Bye.
too.
Dude, you manifested that.
How's that?
Because you literally wrote it on the schedule like just a couple of breaks ago, but we kept talking about something else and it kept getting moved, and then all of a sudden she literally randomly calls up. Like, that was crazy.
Well, the question I was going to ask you guys is, because I'm not watching Severance because it just it doesn't connect with me, I started watching these shows and I'm like, I feel uneasy about it. So I was going to ask you guys, should I feel uneasy? And she just happened to call it at that time and I can ask her.
There's your answer.
That's awesome.
Yep.
The Bert Show.